So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm recording this session for our um, right. Great. So, let me introduce first myself. I'm Dr. Shafi. I'm actually going to take you through a journey of wellness, how you can actually enhance using the natural elements which are called light and water. And as we know that QNet is actually celebrating 26th anniversary this year, and 26th anniversary is actually a big milestone if you want to look at it as that. But our company has, a founder who is actually visionary. So basically, he says that we should not think or we should not be so carried away by this 26th anniversary. So we need to change our attitude, our mindset to our first year of next 25 years. So this is not 26th year for QNet. It is the first year for QNet for the next 25 years. So championing you is the mantra. Everything that we do, we master it. And you're also going to see a lot of new information in today's session just because we want to champion everything that we do. And we also expect all of you to do the same. Okay. So, as you know, the colorful theme of this year for QNet is more vibrant, more colorful, and we are coming at all events like week convention events, and also regional events. We will be coming with all these vibrant colors in this year. And as I just introduced myself, I'm Dr. Shafi Shaik. I'm the product marketing manager, or you can call me product owner of a brand under Amesqua, a brand under QNet called Amesqua. Amesqua has a history of 18 years. We are 18 years brand under QNet. And as you know, QNet is 26th anniversary. So we are talking about 18 years with the company, and we have an amazing products. But before we go into the products, before we understand the products, it's very important to know what's the problem. Right now in front of you, what you see is the Titanic ship. Okay, have you heard of the Titanic movie? Yes, you have seen it, the Titanic movie, right? But when you talk about Titanic movie, what comes to your mind is the love story between the two people, right? But it is not. We are what we are talking about here. The point that we want to extract and put in front of you is that the Titanic ship was built when it was actually started its voyage. The Titanic ship was built to last any kind of oceanic threats, whether it is storms, whether it's typhoons, whether it is icebergs. Okay, and what happened on the tragedy that happened on that night, just 20 miles away from California beach, right? It's actually it was hit by a iceberg. The iceberg actually is very specially how it grows is something very unique. The captain of the ship has seen the iceberg through his binoculars. That means he has seen there's an iceberg in front of him, and he even maneuvered the ship to just pass next to the iceberg. But the iceberg is built in such a way that it is 10% visible on the top and 90% is projected or grown in all directions beneath the sea level. So beneath the water level. So what you see as a threat is only 10%. The message from this particular slide is that the perceived reality is only 10%. We look at our health and we think that only 10% of the things that can damage us and 90% submerged, which unperceived, you cannot see, you cannot comprehend, you cannot actually think that they can harm you. They are actually 90%. If you are just understanding what I'm saying, 90% you're ignoring in your life, which can damage your health, your productivity, your energy levels, your the way that you carry yourself in a day is affected by 90% unperceived reality. So, isn't it very imperative? Isn't it very important for all of us to take into consideration of that 90% missing our unperceived reality things? That is a ticking time bomb. When I say if you don't take into consideration of these 90% things in our life, what we happen is we may look okay, but we are not okay from inside. That means on the superficial, you may look fine, but suddenly when the crisis hits you, like when the virus like COVID came in, even the young people who has no strong, robust immune system, they collapsed. Exactly like that, you are totally going to be inner, like your 90% inside is actually not following the right path. So we need to change that and understand more about our wellness. through this seminar, through this session of sharing, I want you to understand that it is possible to have control on your health and wellness and life. We have blessed with one life that we all have right now, and how to lead this life is in our hands. You cannot put somebody else responsible for your own health and your own wellness, your own life, isn't it? That's what our business is all about. If you are actually looking at QNet business, who is responsible for your growth? It's you. Similarly, for your health and wellness, you are fully responsible. And that's why understand our life, understand our lifestyle, understand our habits. So today, I'm only going to touch a couple of things. Number one, what we put into our body, very, very essential. Stop taking that unhygienic food, or I can say junk food, okay, which today our kids are totally addicted to. All these preserved, stored with a lot of artificial flavorings, salts. All these things are making going to make our body acidic. When acidity increases in your body, you are actually going to get dehydrated, and dehydration has proven a lot of damage to our cells. Okay, and what we actually do when we go to a movie, or when we go out, or even today kids, they're fond of the soft drinks, right? Like carbonated sodas. And these are the three offerings when you go to a movie in a nice multiplex. The small one has a sugar content of 24 grams, and the middle one has a sugar content of 40 plus grams, 44 grams, and the higher one has 70 plus grams, which already exceeding 3 days of consumption limit for a human body. That means, yeah, a human body should not take more than 25 grams of sugar in a day, in a 24 hours. But what you're taking is in 1.5 to 2 hours of a movie. And this is only like one time. You may be drinking multiple. You may be having so much of ice cream, so much of junk food, which ultimately converts into sugar when it goes into your body, and your body becomes acidic. And acidic nature of your body, your blood, can lead to disaster. That's why many young people today are getting sick, are getting cancer, getting so many problems at an early age. And drinking water plays very, very important role. No doubt that water carries out so many functions in our life. If anybody has a doubt, go back and do some research, guys. Water plays very important role. It is 70% of our body. When a substance is 70% of your body, how much importance you should give in order to take care of it, in order to ensure that you are taking care of that element, which is ultimately going to take care of you. Okay. And if you look at even the stats from WHO, majority of the population today is dehydrated. Over 74% of people today are lacking, are they are totally not aware of what is safe drinking water. Okay, and 663 people, 663 million people have no access to regular clean drinking water, and we are always dehydrated. This dehydration can lead to, literally it can lead to a lot of problems, especially the problems related to wellness. Fatigue, people feel like they are totally tired, exhausted. Lack of motivation, headaches, migraines, okay, and overall decline in wellness. These are the things very commonly observed when you drink less water in a day, and it leads to a condition called dehydration. Okay, and what we do on top of it, first of all, we are not drinking enough water in a day, and on top of it, you compensate your thirst. When you are feeling thirsty, you drink carbonated sodas like Coke, Pepsi, all these kind of brands. And what you're dumping into your body is a plain sugar water with soda, carbon dioxide. Okay, and what damage it causes, if you want to cleanse it, reverse it, 32 glass of water is required. Okay, and what has been proven historically with so many scientists. Take an example of Dr. Alexis Carrel, who is the inventor of test tube baby. For a simple language, today, if two couple don't have kids, they can go to IVF center and they can get a baby fertilized outside, right, of a woman's body, and then can put into anybody's body to grow the kid. All this technology happened because of the invention of Dr. Alexis Carrel. He is the inventor of, or you can say he's a father of in vitro embryology. And in his experiment, he has proved to the world that water plays very important role. He took a chicken, heart cells of the chicken out, kept alive for 34 years in the laboratory by feeding the water every day, by bathing the cells in fresh water every day. After 34 years, he created life from one heart cell. And he says The success of his research, the reason why he got Nobel Prize, is that he was using fresh water to bathe the cells of this chicken, and the life prolonged 34 years outside of the body. Can you imagine? He says water is life. When water is so important, the problem with all of us, we take it for granted. What kind of water you drink today is totally either chemically damaged, mechanically distorted. But the best waters in the world are always natural waters, the water that you find in nature, the water that is found in nature, coming through the glaciers melting into rivers, or the water, rainwater goes through these mountain rocks and coming as a beautiful spring or beautiful waterfall. And they have so many properties. Unfortunately, today, if you look at our regular drinking water, you don't have all these properties, and that's what differentiates today's water from the ultimate waters in the world. And I can give you a couple of examples. Right now, you can take a flight and go to this place called Hunza, a beautiful mountain lake. A beautiful, just look at that image. You will be thrilled to see that, wow, there's a beautiful stretch of Himalayans, Himalayan mountains at the back. And you have a lake, which is called Hunza Lake. And there are a lot of valleys around it. The people who are staying there are a lot of villages. If you go to these villages right now, today, on 14th of March, right? And you go there, you meet the villagers over there, you will be shocked to see they live about 100 years average. Average, all the villages who are drinking the water from Hunza, they have 4 or 5 generations in one picture. And the scientific study or scientific research that was conducted on these waters pointing towards the water structure, the water, the beautiful water that they are consuming is responsible for their vitality. There is no diabetes, there is no heart attacks in this particular place where they are living and living in nature and drinking the water from the mountain springs. And coming to very, very easy example that all of most of you who are from India can relate, the water from Ganga, the water from Ganges, right? It is not at Rishikesh or Haridwar. The water at Ganga is pure. It is damaged, it's contaminated with lot of water pollution that is coming from industries and various other sources. But if you go to the origin in Gangotri, where Himalayan glaciers, that glaciers, the ice melts and converts into Ganga, that is where you take a glass of water and you put a bacteria which can kill a human body. This bacteria name is called Vibrio cholera. This bacteria, when you put into this water, the bacteria will be killed in just 3 hours. Can you imagine? A bacteria which can kill a human body, a human person, a human will be killed in 7 days by this introduction of this bacteria called Vibrio cholera. The same deadly bacteria will be killed in these waters of Ganges in 3 hours. Same happens in water from Makkah, like Zamzam. The water is actually coming from 3 rocks. For years and years, it is coming like a gush of, millions of gallons of water on a monthly basis. It is actually feeding a lot of people, whoever goes for pilgrimage. But what you not understanding is what is those special things in these waters that make this water so unique. Okay, so I'm actually going to play a video which shows that water has not just 1, 2, 3 stages. Like we all know that water can be ice, water can be liquid, like water, and water can be vapor, 3 stages. But the scientific community proved 50, 70 years back now that water has fourth stage. So let us just listen to a small clip from a beautiful, amazing scientist called Dr. Gerald Pollack from USA. And then we actually go into the proof that it is possible to get this kind of fourth phase of water in our life. Really, for real, we can drink every day.
From when I was a kid, I've always been intrigued with water and how we interact with it. Since then, traveling the world snowboarding, the concept for this trip evolved to follow the hydrological cycle around the North Pacific.
Really attempting to immerse oneself in the elements and see how this whole thing works. It's been incredible.
As children, we're all motivated to find the truth. A child looks around and is learning truths all the time. We have this natural tendency to explore. I'm Gerald Pollack, and I'm a professor of bioengineering at the University of Washington in Seattle. It can be really challenging to keep an open mind in these days. Scientists have become more hesitant to challenge perceived truth. How are you doing, Lee? So it's working? Yeah. There's some books that suggest that essentially we've kind of reached the limit of what there is to know. I'm shocked by this perception. There are many aspects of water that we see every day, and we don't really understand them. These are questions that need answers. We all learned that water has three phases: solid state, the liquid state, and also the vapor state. However, you can't explain all the known properties of water with three phases alone. You need a fourth phase. What's the fourth phase? With an energetic input, water molecules undergo massive change. They become ordered.
So as you see here, this is called water bridge. Water bridge.
Massive change.
Yeah. You see here, water bridge is only possible when the water has structure in it. It holds the bridge at the outer layer. It is so phenomenal. And actually, it has been proven by scientists that water has the fourth stage. Okay. So I just skip directly to show you what I mean by structure. Every water that you have has nothing but a chemical formula of H2O. But how these H2O, imagine that there are 6 H2O, they actually combine each other by sharing the hydrogen, because one O, two hydrogen. That is what H2O means. But one hydrogen can share with the other hydrogen of oxygen, right? So it forms a unique honeycomb structure in certain waters, like the ultimate waters in the world, which is so unique, and it has got so many benefits to our body. And this kind of structure is what you can see when you perform a laboratory test under microscope. Now, how this structure is proven is the question. Many people ask, you are showing me a beautiful picture, but how it is actually performed in the laboratory, right? So I'm going to show you the study or the experiment of how a natural spring water structure is taken and put under microscope to reveal this beautiful structure. Watch this video very carefully. This is what you have not seen it in a long time.
So, how are the frozen water crystals photographed? We begin by collecting a sample of the water that we want to observe. Here, our researcher is at Shiraito no Taki Falls, a well-known spring on the slopes of Mount Fuji. The tremendous amount of water that precipitates on Mount Fuji travels through the mountain as groundwater. 20 years later, it pours out as spring water here at the Shiraito no Taki Falls, where the water flow amounts to more than 100,000 tons per day. Water gushing forth relentlessly from the cliff. In search of water, our researcher is approaching an area just below the fall. He is filling the container with fresh water.
So they are bringing back the samples to the laboratory, and now you are going to see how the test is performed.
He brings the water back to the institute as specimen. First, he taps the bottom of the container to activate the water. Then, he squirts 1 milliliter of water onto each petri dish.
So there is 1 milliliter of water into every petri dish, and it will be frozen.
In order to obtain a more accurate crystallization trend, we create 50 frozen samples of every water specimen.
It has to be done very carefully.
The petri dishes are placed inside a freezer in the laboratory and frozen at minus 25 degrees centigrade. The crystals are then examined inside our laboratory, where the temperature remains at a constant minus 5 degrees centigrade. 3 hours later, we examine the tip of each ice block by illuminating it under a microscope.
So there is a ray that goes through this particular...
The crystals start to grow and expand as the temperature of the ice tip rises under the microscope. Usually, however, of the 50 ice blocks that we have to work with, only a few reveal their beautiful hexagonal crystals on camera.
Capturing this is phenomenal. It's a great experience.
What kind of crystal will the water from Shiraito no Taki Falls show us?
Now you are going to see the magic. This is the structure of Shiraitaki Falls in Japan. Looks like under microscope. It's a real-time.
A beautiful hexagonal crystal with delicate trimmings growing slowly from the 6 points of the hexagonal core.
The beauty of it is regular water doesn't show this kind of structure. So there is a clear difference.
In one quick moment, our researcher identifies a sparkle and photographs it.
So isn't it beautiful, guys? How many of you want to drink this kind of water every single day of your life, provided it's available to you? If yes, you can just write in chat, you want structured water, or you want this. Just you can type anything. If you want to have this kind of water, if you ask me personally, you only have few options left today. Number one, you have to go to nearest mountain spring and settle over there. Number two, you have to buy these waters from Avian, kind of very expensive brands, where the cost of only this water for your entire family can go up to $1,000 and above. Because I know a lot of sports people, okay, a lot of Bollywood, Hollywood celebrities, they spend a lot of money for their drinking water because they only drink the water from these particular companies. And our third option is our Amesqua very own solution from QNet, which is Amesqua Biodis 3. You can manufacture structured water sitting at your home, unlimited quantity, just if you have one product called Amesqua Biodis 3, which has got a beautiful design on top of it. It has got 14 minerals and 2 crystals. The 2 crystals we can tell to the world, but 14 we don't. It's a proprietary secret. The 2 crystals are diamond powder and clear quartz, and it undergoes a special process of energization for 7 days in a chamber, which is actually proprietary to QNet. So it has got a beautiful design. So look at the beauty of the biodis in this video. It brings back the structure to life. The benefits of drinking this water, you can see it. The design also helps to protect against environmental stresses. So how to use in day-to-day life with the biodisc is very, very simple. You have to place a glass of water, a bottle of water on top of it, and leave it for 15 minutes. If 1 liter, leave it for 15 minutes. If it is 2 liters, for 30 minutes, like double it. Okay. Or if you're pouring it, instantly it'll energize the water. You can also use it for your fresh juices. You can also use it for medicine, for in between your laptop and your body. You can also energize your fruits, your vegetables, your entire food. If you are actually keeping in the refrigerator, the fruits and vegetables shelf life will extend. When I went last time to Nigeria, there are a lot of testimonies that I heard from the people who tested this product, in the refrigerator by keeping a avocado next to it. Avocado, if you keep it outside on an open area, one day it gets supple. By evening, it'll already having black spots and supple. But when you keep it next to the biodisc, okay, without biodisc, it was 4 days in the refrigerator, but with the biodisc, it was 1 month, very fresh and hard. Okay, that is a shelf life extension we are talking about when you use for your fruits, vegetables, fresh leaves, whatever that you put in the refrigerator. You can wash it first, dry it, and then keep it. You can also keep the disc, biodisc, totally also inside the refrigerator. You can also use this water for your shower, your face wash, your all personal care regime. You can also energize by keeping on top of it. You can also use it to give to pets, animals, plants, and also there is a product that you can be used, which is BioLite. You can also use the biodisc with BioLite. And talking about our biodisc, whether it will directly give the structure to the water or not, is also proven in the same laboratory that I just just by looking at this slide, I no need to say much. You can clearly see that how tap water will look like under microscope, the same way how it was tested in IHM Institute, Japan. And when the same water was used on the Biodis 3, how the structure changes. When the structure changes, it has got plenty of benefits. It will improve your hydration. It will improve the energies of your cell. Also, it helps with detoxification of your body. It will also boost your immune system. And one of the benefit that BioDisc has, it can also be kept into a product called BioLite. You can put into BioLite, a BioLite 3, the third version of the BioLite version. It has different colors. It has got the benefit of light therapy, as well as it's the benefit of the BioDisc energy going into your body. So you have BioLite, beautiful device which has got red, green, blue, and white. Four different colors. Yeah, four colors that you see here. And they enhance biophotons in our body. Biophotons are integral part of each and every cell from our DNAs, a very faint, weak light that comes out. And this light, which is coming out of our cells, called biophotons. When we are sick, the biophotonic emission is not uniform, not coherent, and we can bring that back into coherence by shining the light through the biodisk, which is a biolight with the biodisk inside. Without the biodisk inside, biolight is just a torchlight with the colors and with the best lumens of the light and all this stuff. But when you put the biodisk inside, it becomes a perfect wellness device. It has got red color, green, blue, and white colors. And there is a center LED, which is near infrared, always emitting near infrared, which has got all the benefit that is mentioned here. So each color has different benefit. Red, usually for pain relief, rejuvenation, activating hormones and all these stuff. Green for detoxification, blue anti-inflammation, sleep and nerve conditions, and white general maintenance of your energy levels throughout the day. And Amesqua is fully, we have a lot of clinical studies which are conducted with placebo, with control group, and with random group. Okay, we have studies published in world famous journals okay, which is number two journal in the world called International Journal of Complementary on Alternative Medicine in Wellness. Okay, this is the number two journal. And we have a study about biodies 3 published. Okay, the earlier one, this is human study, and this is scientific study. And we have a comparative study against seven stimuli that also claim they structure the water. And biodisk stood number one. Biodisk won the cup, number one cup, when it is coming to, in the competitors. You can check, it's actually against vivo water and magnetic field, 432 hertz audio, okay, purple plate, there is a pyramid, like that. There are so many other ways also. Scientific community created the structured water, but the best one stood number one, easy to use, was Amesqua Biodis 3, and is published. Now I want to introduce you something new. You're all IRs, are maybe very new to the business, right? Very important for you to know how to talk to your prospects about Amesqua, because I am here as the product owner. I really want every single family should have a biodisc and a biolight. But how you can start a conversation with your prospect? Is it really helpful if I ask you that, uh, if I give you five scenarios, one can be a college student, one can be a entrepreneur, or maybe four examples, I'll give it to you, one housewife, and maybe another one can be an entrepreneur. If you meet them as a prospect, what kind of questions you should be asking them in order to create interest about wellness products like Amesqua? If this is going to help you, you are actually going to right now listen to the questions that you can be asking them in order to get some kind of interest on our Amesqua. Okay. Number one, take an example that John is a university student. He's a university student, roughly probably 18 to 21 years old. Okay. What kind of questions, when you meet John on a coffee table, you should be asking so that it will create interest in John to explore more about Amesqua. Okay. And I have also given Flo what you should do in order to follow through. Okay. Number first question is, how do you manage your energy and focus during long study sessions and exams? As a student, one very important priority for the student is how he studies during his study sessions and also his exams. His main ultimate goal is to crack his exams, isn't it? So when you ask this kind of questions, how's your study going? How's your study sessions? Are you able to give or put your 100% energy, focus, concentration while you are studying, while you are writing your exams, while you are writing answers, or while you are delivering the speech, or while you are preparing presentations? These are all the things that related to a student. He will be very impressed. He will be impressed that you are showing care about that person, isn't it? Do you feel, do you often feel physical and mental strain of balancing academics with other aspects of your life? Because today, just look at guys, we are bombarded with this phone with so many messages coming, so many things that you have like distractions from the real world. Okay, isn't it? The virtual world is actually taking total control of us. That means today you are present physically here, but mentally you are not here. You may be somewhere. So you can ask a question: are you able to balance your physical and mental strain on your academics as well as with other avocations of your life? Have you looked into your natural methods to boost your stamina and mental activity? These are very relevant questions for a university student. If you want to ask to a university student, believe me, guys, the moment you pose these questions, the answers will be, most of the time, they will be having trouble with the concentration, with the focus. There might be even a very clever student, even the best student will have problems with his eye, vision, okay, concentration, focus. So your flow, your systematic approach should be recognize John's academic pressure and the need for his sustained energy. Does it make sense? Right now, you're establishing that there is a need for a continuous sustained energy so that you can introduce any of our products. It can be cheap and for a tool that you can wear it around your neck so that it can enhance mental focus and physical stamina. Highlight the potential of improving your study sessions so that you will have less stress during studies, and also do a quick demo to show how mobile phones can make you weak and how a chip pendant can improve that particular resistance towards EMF. That can help understand a student, a university going student, how to balance, how to actually improve his focus. Okay, this is a flow that you can adapt, you can try. There is no harm in trying, right? So when you come across, okay, I know that a lot of people in this call also join who are very young, who may be going to universities. This is your best opportunity to meet your friends, meet your colleagues in your class. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying students basically, your fellow students, and probably you should be asking all these questions. It will create interest, and once they try our products, they know the value, how much value it is adding to their life. Okay, a person who drinks the biodisc water has got better immune system, better focus, better energy levels. Okay, and you will have this energy is what really matters. If you don't have energy, how other person can feel that you have what it takes, the passion, everything is in you, and you are the face when you are presenting to somebody, isn't it? Okay, now the second example is David, the person called David who is 9 to 5 worker, a person who is going to office from 9 to 5. Okay, so the question should be, how do you cope up with physical discomfort, the migraines that you get for longer hours in front of computer? Very relevant question. How you consider solutions to reduce impact of constant exposure to technology on your well-being? Okay, that means you're asking question, what actually steps you are taking today in order to protect yourself from this impact of radiation? And would you be open to exploring natural ways to enhance your workday and energy and comfort? See, it's very important to put this our Amesqua solutions as very natural. It's 100% natural. We don't have chemicals. We don't use any kind of things that can harm our body, including radioactive material. That's why safety is number one priority. Our products are zero radioactive, zero radioactive. We have 4 5 laboratories across the world have tested our products, said zero radioactive. Okay. So what's your flow? Recognize David's discomfort from constant technology use, which is unavoidable today, because in every office that you see today, there are laptops, there are mobile phones, there are everything, right? So introduce Biodis 3 and Cheapen 4 as a solutions to mitigate EMF exposure and make your body hydrated too, so that your energy levels will improve, and highlight the benefits of reduced EMF. If you reduce the EMF and improve hydration, you will be a different person. In the same office, you will be treated differently because right now you are so energetic, you are so active, and everybody can feel the energy coming from you. So you can be the game changer. Can you imagine? That's what separates you from the other people. Okay. So when you put it across in a proper way, the message goes amazingly. It's smooth, and they can understand the beauty, the benefit of enjoying wellness. Enjoying wellness is something very, very critical nowadays. Okay, so highlight the benefits and propose experience testimonies from the people and do some demonstrations. Now I'm coming to the third example, which is Ada, housewife. So when you meet a housewife, you can literally touch the areas of family, because how do you find balance and relaxations amidst the daily challenges of managing a household? For a housewife, she will be running across so many things from morning to evening, right? So many different types of things. Do you experience stress affecting your sleep and energy levels? Okay, very relevant question. Do you experience stress affecting your sleep and also energy levels? Have you thought about natural aids to enhance your well-being and resilience? Resilience is very, very important for a housewife, isn't it? She cannot afford to, break down and cause some kind of disharmony in the family. So recognize Ada's efforts on toll on her energy and stress levels. So introduce the biodisc for improving water quality and overall health. Highlight cheaper and for better energy levels and stress reduction, and propose share user experiences like testimonies and some demonstrations. And finally, if Musa is an aspiring entrepreneur, maybe in QNet, maybe in another any other business, how do you approach? Okay, so the questions will be, how do you maintain your motivation and creativity in the face of entrepreneurial challenges, because being an entrepreneur is not easy, isn't it? You have to agree with me that you are an entrepreneur right now. You know how much challenging it is, right? It is not easy. It is not a get rich quick. It is not possible overnight you become a millionaire. It is not possible. Anything that can come easily can stay forever. Not possible, right? So you need to ask relevant questions. If you come across somebody who just started their own business or own entrepreneurship, it is not easy, you know that. So put it into words and ask, and in a nice way. Okay, like, how do you maintain your motivation and creativity in the face of entrepreneurial challenges? Having stress for longer hours, does it affect your productivity or health? Are you interested in natural ways to boost your energy levels and focus? By asking these kind of questions, you are recognizing the pressure and difficulty in the task that he's doing on a daily basis. Then you can introduce a cheap pendant for maintaining the energy levels and also the focus concentration that is required. You can also highlight what happens when you reduce stress, how you become positive and creative. Yeah. And also share testimonies and do some demonstrations. And finally, you also have a obina, a farmer, say, for coming from agriculture background. So you can actually ask questions like, how do you manage physical demands and stress from your farming activities? There is a physical activity that direct impact on, or direct toll on his body. So have you noticed the impact of these demands on your energy levels and overall health? Are you open to natural solutions to enhance resilience and productivity on the farm? On the farm is also because biodisk water can also be given to the plants, animals, pets, right? So recognize Obana's hard work and physical toll that takes because of farming on his body. Introduce biodisk 3 to energize water that he drinks, improving his overall stamina and health, and highlight cheap pendant to protect him his energy levels or boost his biofield, and share testimonies and do some demonstrations. By following all these things, you are able to touch individual person individually in his own set of challenges by showing the real care. So when you meet a student, don't ask about how is your physical activity, how much toll that you are getting from physical activity. He's not doing physical activity, he'll be studying, right? So he'll be focusing, he'll be more mentally challenged or mentally stressed. So understanding your prospect is primary, very very basic thing. Then you can actually ask questions, okay, relevant questions. So if you want to know more about Amesqua, I have given my YouTube channel, which is Wellness Wave. We are on Instagram, we are also on Facebook. You can actually go to any of these social media pages, and you can actually find out a lot of information, a lot of Instagram live sessions that I have done before. Okay, so here I'm going to end the session, today's session. I will take only a couple of questions because lack of time. Okay, my sincere apologies, because it's Ramadan month. There is a iftar time, which is very close right now. I will take two or three questions maximum now. So those who are willing to ask question, raise your hand first. Yep. Anu, I have given you access to unmute yourself.
Hey, hi, Dr. Shafi. Thanks for
Hi,
the
Anu.
session. My simple question is, I also messaged you. Biodisk water can be used only on a glass bottle, or it can be used on plastic bottle as well as thermo flask.
Okay, Anup, you can use any material. You can use plastic, you can use glass, you can use copper, you can use flask. Material doesn't matter. It can pass, the energy of the biodisk through can pass through the wall also. It can pass through the wall in your home also. Can you imagine like how Wi-Fi energy can go through, the energy of the biodisk also can pass through. And I forgot to mention the biodisk lifespan is also 30 years. It works 30 long years. Okay. That answers your question, Anu. Absolutely
Yes,
safe, you can use. Yeah. Thank
whichever
you so much.
material, 15 minutes for 1 liter, correct?
Yes, yes, 1 liter, 15 minutes. But if you're pouring it, please refer to my videos that I have posted on Wellness Wave channel. You can also directly pour. When you're pouring it, no need to wait. Instantly, you can energize the water and consume it. There is no waiting required.
Okay.
If you're pouring directly, that means touching the disc and you're collecting into another glass. That means you are rotating the water onto the disc. Okay.
Thanks, Dr. Shafi.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Quickly take Honey. Yeah, please go ahead with your question.
Thank you, Dr. Shafi. So my question is, if I share, if I want to demo with my friend with Japan 4, is it okay to share my Japan to my friend because it's personal use, right?
Okay, okay. For demonstration purpose, no problem. You can give your chip pendant to that person for a couple of minutes only, max to max 5 minutes. Okay. It doesn't harm him because he's not going to wear it for long. So for demonstration is absolutely fine, not an issue.
Okay, so how can I prove them the Japan
Okay,
works for focus?
yeah, there are so many kinesiology tests that you can do. For that, actually, we are coming up with some videos, how to do simple demonstrations by using a mobile phone in his hand. It's called balance and strength test. Okay, those videos I will upload it. It's very difficult to show it to you right now because I need a subject, I need a person, and then we do demonstration on top of it, on top of that person. So you just keep looking for our new videos that are going to come on Wellness Wave channel. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Graces, and I stop with Surya. Okay. Graces, yeah.
Thank you, doctor.
Where are you
A
from?
question on pendant. Uh, a friend asked me the pendant is worn in front. How does it protect the back? And then by mistake, sometimes it happens to me that I wear the pendant inside my dress and then it turns upside down. The flowery part turns
Doesn't
inside
matter.
the
Doesn't
body.
matter. Okay, I know your question. The chi pendant has energy in a globe, like imagine like a globe. Okay, like a circle. Okay, so irrespective whether it is like this or like this, doesn't matter. It still functions on your body. It doesn't matter which side of the chi pendant is touching your. It no need to even touch your body. 5 centimeters away from your body, it still function because it is giving frequencies to your body. It can be captured even for 5 centimeter distance. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yep. Kunal, please go ahead, unmute yourself.
Yeah, hi, good morning. My name is Kunal and I'm from India. So I
Hi.
have two questions. First question is this ki I'm also wearing this cheap pendant. Okay.
Okay. Lovely.
My question is this ki is it I have to wear this 24 by 7 or when?
No, there is a clear restriction. While you are sleeping, you should remove. While you are showering or swimming activities, any water sports, remove during water activities, including shower.
Okay.
Okay, that's it.
Second question is biodisc, is it contain any validity also
Yeah,
till
30 years. 30. I just forgot. So I mentioned it is 30 years lifespan.
30
Okay,
years?
from the time you take it from the box, it is 30 years.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And last question from Surya. Yeah. Yes, you can unmute right now, Mauryaji.
Yes,
Yes.
doctor, good morning.
Very good morning.
Yeah, doctor, I have a question that, biodisk, once he's charging the water, can boil it again and
Yes.
use.
First thing, once you charge it, whether it is by keeping directly as a water bottle or by pouring it, it stays for 10 days. The structure in the water remains for 10 days. That is the first thing.
Yeah.
The only thing that can boil is the structure is boiling the water about 100 degrees centigrade for 20 minutes. Remember
Okay.
this. If you boil any water above 100 degrees centigrade, that is called boiling.
Yeah.
More than 20 minutes, the structure will be lost. But practically, nobody boils more than 5 minutes. For drinking purpose, you won't boil for 20 minutes and odd, right?
Okay.
20 minutes and above only is used in medical, especially surgical units, where they put all their scissors, equipment for surgery in a tray, and that water boils for half an hour because the
Okay.
water has to distill every single germ, every single thing on the scissors that you put it on the human body.
Okay.
Okay. If you are not boiling more than that time, is absolutely safe. Okay.
Okay. And yeah, the question was that, in the container, if I keep, for 10 days, right, after recharging.
Yes.
That
Once
was
you
my.
charge it, it stays for 10 days.
Yeah. Okay.
After 10 days, you can recharge again. You can actually recharge again. Okay.
If at all, yeah. If
If
at
at
all
all.
required.
Yeah, if at all. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, doctor.
Thank you so much, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this session. And we are going to come up with more and more these conversation starters and also success stories from real people. Actually, we have compiled over 400 testimonies, 400 testimonies from various touch points that we have, like Instagram contest that we had. And we are going to start a page on our amesqua.com website. It's a microsite. Testimonials section will be created, and you will have testimonies from various parts of the world. If you want to share your own testimony, we are also going to start a contest on Amesqua worldwide, Amesqua official Instagram page very soon. Stay tuned. You also can win special prizes, when you participate in the contest and also contribute to our community. Okay, with that, stay safe everywhere, everyone, and rock your business, whatever that you're doing. You have to be championing yourself this year. Okay, take care, guys. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye.